Okay, I usually don't talk in my videos except for some locks that are special enough for me to add some commentary on it. This is a Keso 1000. It's a 3-row dimple lock in HPC. And you can see the key right here. It has 15 cuts on the key, but this lock is a internal side of a French Mont Blanc or something like that format. So this only has 9 pins in it. There are 3 on left, 3 on top, and 3 on right. So you only use these 3 cuts on each row. So the key works just fine. This is currently an unranked lock, I believe, so that's why I was trying to both film it and try to commentate about it. I'm using these stacked up top of the kiwi tensioners on the bottom. The kiwi is not a straight rectangle, it's like wider as you go on the middle side, so it's a little bit weird, but this fits just fine, I guess. There are 9 pins in it, and I will go clockwise with this tall flag I got from Bern. It's a little bit tight to travel in, so I'm trying to avoid not touching other pins. This is really easy to overset because the pins are really tightly along each other, so it's really tricky to only manipulate one pin at a time because, well, it's an HPC lock and it's the real challenge, I guess. And keep oversetting other pins while I'm trying to set one real high set. It's tricky. The back pin. Nice click. That one clicked as well. The front one here. Nice click. Okay, that clicked as well. Let's see. Top is now binding. In my case, this lock had the side pins, the side 6 pins bind first, and then the top 3, which I'm now picking. That was the second pin on top, first pin. I think I'm very close. Let me see, there should be like 1 or 2 pin left. Can't really feel it, but okay, there we go. Make sure not to over rotate the core, as well it's going to be a big disaster, but here it is. It has been picked. I will rotate it from the back. There's a cam piece on the back. I will unrotate it. There we go. I can gut this, and I have gutted before, but it's a real pain to reassemble this, so I'm not going to gut it on video. It's going to be a big disaster. Basically, as you can see, this lock is shorter than the key. The left part of the key is inserting this empty space, and there are only 3 rows of pins. 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, so 9 pins only interact in this key with the lock. I believe there is a fully pinned version, which is the exterior of that other part of the Mont Blanc, but this is all I got, and I think it's about purple or brown level, depending on, but this really has some kind of poor feedback. It doesn't really speak well if they are either set or not. It's really easy to overset, and there are these very short, thin spool-like pins, but since this lock really has some limited height on the format, so you can't really feel any counter rotation on them. It's just standard pins. This particular lock was kind of tricky because on the left side there is this very let me get some focus. Whoops. Okay, there we go. On the left side, the second pin is like really high, almost max lift between these mid lifts, and the other side, the right side, has this almost a zero lift. I think it's a true zero lift or a min lift, which is basically guarding the other pins. It's really hard to maneuver around this pin. As for the top pins, wasn't really hard, but this low top pin was well occupied by this low lift, so also kind of tricky. It's once you figure out how to maneuver and push only the pins that you want, it was relatively easy, but you know, HPCs can be tricky if you don't know how to pick these generally. So I think that's it. That was the Keso 1000 picked